I would rather have sex than masturbate. The guys who have sex with over 400 women and still they have no idea what they're doing and they can't even teach somebody else. Have you met these guys before? When you speak to a guy who has sex with like 200, 300 women, you're like, hey bro, how are you able to do that? How do you talk to girls? They tell you things like this. Hey bro, I don't know. You need to have more charisma. I don't know bro. You need to be more confident. I don't know bro. I just do it. What does that mean? What do you mean you just do it? This is like when you see like a super jacked guy in the gym, his muscles like popping everywhere. You know, you definitely know this guy is doing something. And I'm not gonna say anabolic steroids, but hey, listen. I mean, if he tells me that, then okay, great, cool. At least I know something that he does. But when you see this jacked motherfucker in the gym, and you're like, hey bro, what was your diet? What did you do? What was your workout? And then the same guy is like, I don't know, man. I just work out. Hey, bro. I don't know. I just eat. I used to ask the biggest guy in the gym, hey, man, how did you get that jacked? What did you do? Every single guy tells me the same thing. I don't know, bro. I don't know. What does that mean? What do you mean you don't know? You have to know something. Listen, man. I see you with your duffel bag. I see you with your belt. I see you putting chalk on your hands and doing your deadlifts. You have to know something. You have to. What's the secret? Where is this coming from? And then when you speak to the guy who has sex with a gazillion girls, how do I talk to girls? Tell me your secret right now. I want to know right now. Hey man, just gotta be confident. Just gotta have charisma. And then same guy, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. And when it comes down to it, when you finally get down to it, he just has repetition. It's muscle memory. He has been doing the same thing, and it is literally the same exact thing forever. That's how he had sex with like a gazillion girls. And then when you ask the same guy, have you had a girlfriend? Have you had a committed relationship? He'll say, no, I haven't. And then it will be some excuse about why he never had a relationship. Oh, I don't know, man. I just want to have sex. I don't know, man. That's not what I want. I'm working on myself. I'm working on my business. Bro, for like 10 years of your life, you're working on yourself, working on your business, but then you just have sex with all these girls? Like, bro, you're telling me that out of 300 women, none of them want to date you? And usually that's the case. It's not even like the guy. It's like the girl just doesn't want to date the guy. Or she wants to date him, but he's playing all these mind games. He doesn't know how to have a committed relationship. And then this just doesn't happen. It doesn't manifest into a relationship, into a committed boyfriend, girlfriend. I'm saying, like, it never leads to that. Because the brother doesn't know himself. That's like taking intro to dating. You pass every single exam. And when you get to the final exam, when it's time to get serious, when it's time to go real, you have a plan, a purpose, you fail the final exam. Over and over again. And then what do? You become a master in that intro to dating. That becomes your cup of tea. That becomes your thing. You become the guy who masters intro to dating 3,000 times. And then what happens from that? You're just doing repetition. It's muscle memory. You go past every single exam until you get to the final one. And the final one, you keep failing. And a lot of these guys will never admit their own bullshit. None of them. All of them will always blame somebody else. They will always blame the girl. Yeah, man, it was the girl. She was psychotic. You're telling me that 200-300 women you had sex with were all psychotic? What does it say about you? What does it say about you? What does that mean? What do you mean they're all psychotic? What does that mean, bro? What does that mean? And then the same guy will take the final exam to go to level 2 of dating, and then he will fail over and over again. It's like failing the exam and then blaming your teacher. Or and the teacher is going to be pain, it's going to be the struggle, it's going to be learning something new. Because in the edge of discomfort, there's growth. Or blaming the girl next to you. Oh, it was her fault. It was my classmate's fault that I failed. And then you take the same exact intro to dating 1,000 times. And then what happens? You never pass. You never go to the next level. You keep taking the same exact over and over and over and over 1,000,000 times. Because you're working on yourself, working on your business 1,000 times. You can't ask the biggest guy in the gym. You can't ask the guy with 3,000 lays to teach you on how to talk to girls or how to build muscle. It doesn't work that way. This is the guy going for PhD. This is why the guy going for PhD, he's skinny. But he has all the knowledge and he's the one teaching the bodybuilders how to work out. He has all the knowledge. He knows what to do. And the thing is this, guys, you need to have sex with over 200 girls. Not even 100. 20 is enough. After 20 women, if you still don't know how to make that a relationship, a committed relationship, doesn't have to be monogamy. It could be no strings attached. It could be some other dynamic. But if you still don't know how to do that, there's something wrong with you. Not her, you. You're the fault. You're the problem. And what you want to do is after you have sex with, let's say like 20 girls, you got to have a purpose, brother. You got to know what to do. If the girl comes to you and says, hey, listen, what are we? Listen, I really like you. What are we doing? If the girl comes and tells you that means that you were not a good leader. You were just playing games and you have no purpose, no plan. At that point, you're just literally masturbating to Pornhub the whole time without a purpose. Without a purpose. And once you have sex with the 20 girls or whatever, again, 20 is not like the hallmark, but once you have sex with less than 50 girls, you got to know what it is that you want. And that's where the pain and the struggle comes in. Where you got to know what it is that you want. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to date women if you can't even date yourself. You got to know your strengths, your weaknesses. You got to know what pisses you off about you. You got to know your ins and outs. And then once you do, it makes it simpler. It makes it easier to meet a woman. I won't say easy, but it makes it simpler to meet a woman who actually values you and actually likes you, actually wants to be your girlfriend. Because if you have sex with so many and none of them want to be your girlfriend, there's something wrong with you, not her.